So this week we are reviewing a movie that I really was not looking forward to seeing. That would be the video game adaptation Need for Speed. Need for Speed stars Aaron Paul. That would be Jesse Pinkerman or Pinkerton or whatever the guy's name is from Breaking Bad, where he's awesome on that show. And in Need for Speed, he plays an illegal street racer who is out to avenge the death of a friend of his at the hands of another illegal street racer. Now, in this film, Aaron Paul is actually pretty good. He's much better, at least, than it seemed like he was in the trailer. The trailer makes this movie look terrible. The trailer makes this movie look like something you would never ever want to watch. Uh, and the trailer does not do this movie justice. Aaron Paul's character is a likable enough guy. You'll be sympathetic with him. You'll be sympathetic with his cause to the degree that you engage with the movie at all. We'll get to that in a minute. Uh, the villain of the piece is a character named Dino. He would be that illegal street racer who caused the death of Aaron Paul's friend. He's a typical sleazy, slimy villain. He's the type of guy that does backdoor business deals and all kinds of stuff that is supposed to indicate that he's untrustworthy to the cause. He's a typical B movie villain, and he's played to B movie villain ability by the actor that plays him. I don't know the guy's name, but he doesn't make or break the film. The mentor character, such as there is one, is Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is the guy who runs an illegal street race. It is the apparently greatest illegal street race in the United States, and um, he's much less of a moral guidance character or a teaching character than he is the voice of the film. I would compare him actually to the character of Three Dog in the video game Fallout 3. He's basically a guy on the radio talking during the entire story. For allies, mostly Aaron Paul's character has a team of mechanics that help him and a spotter that flies an airplane and tells him what kind of traffic and whatnot is up ahead. There's also, well, Aaron Paul doesn't really own the car he drives, and someone else does. So the girl who works for the guy who lends him the car she's in the film. She doesn't really stand out as an actress, although her part is actually fairly big. It's almost embarrassing to watch her acting next to Aaron Paul's because he outclasses her by several degrees. The only person who actually does stand out other than Aaron Paul, one of his mechanic guys is an actor. I unfortunately don't know the guy's name, but he's an actor that was in the miniseries The Pacific. If you remember the part with the guy Sledgehammer, the guy that was a total douchebag to him and then wound up becoming his best friend, that guy's in the film and he's really good. Unfortunately, his part is too small given that he's the only other actor in the film that really stands out. For enemies, you have a bunch of other nameless drivers. They actually do have names, but you won't remember a single one of them, and you're not really supposed to, just like in the video game. The upside of the film is that this movie is nowhere near as bad as the trailer is. Aaron Paul is really good, and the races are directed like good chase scenes. The races are directed as sort of an homage to classic car movies, and there are also a number of sequences that are just chase scenes, and those are fairly exciting. The downside is that the story is predictable and kind of silly, like really silly. Um, the supporting acting is several orders of magnitude below the lead acting, and that's like violently noticeable. Um, and also, chase footage doesn't actually work as race footage. You can't follow really what's going on in the race. You don't know what's coming up in the course like you do in a real race. You can't really tell who's in the lead beyond dialogue telling you who's in the lead. It's fairly useless to shoot a race like it's chase footage. And that means that the races are not as exciting as they should be because you have no freaking idea what the hell is going on. Um, Finally, the score. If you're a car guy, if you're the type of person that says that the Fast and the Furious movies are must sees for you, then this is like a 3-star movie to me. However, for the rest of us who aren't car guys, this movie is about 2.5. I had a lot of fun with it, but I will tell you that if you can't take the silliness of the story and the relentlessly bad acting by everybody other than Aaron Paul, it might even be 2 stars for you. But for me, I had too much fun to drop it below 2.5. So 2.5 stars for Need for Speed.